But first, something very special today. Tom's joining us in studio for a special edition of Dollars and Cents. Tom?
You know, just point of interest, if you're looking for out for good fruit and stuff, just go to Hy-Vee. You can find it there. No kidding. And then you don't have to get your feet all dirty. Anyway, John Schaefer joins us now for this week's Dollars and Cents segment, sponsored by the Resource Center. Good to see you again.
Good to see you today.
Okay, now, we're going to take a look kind of at online insurance.
Correct.
It's out there. I mean, I get emails all the time. You can go to websites galore. Let's take a look at that. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So there's on online insurance. I mean, that's something simple that actually people get on there and they just do it, and it saves a little bit of time. But the biggest thing is, do you know what you're getting when you do it? Are you an expert in insurance? So you could be getting not as good coverage as what you really need.
Yeah, I know one of the things with the Resource Center is I can sit down with you and say, I need insurance, here's what I have, here's what
Right.
here's what the word, and you tend to go to tailor it for me then.
Correct, yeah. So every person that comes into the Resource Center, we try to tailor it to their personal needs, making sure you're fully protected. The biggest thing is where you won't get sued if you have an accident.
That's a good idea.
Just really look at that. But the online quotes, there's a lot of stuff to be aware of that we'll talk about a little bit. One of the biggest things, to you, maybe a time saver. You may be able to do it yourself, and it's open 24/7.
Right.
But do you really know what you're doing, or the knowledge of what insurance you need? So here's some of the cons we have. The good old bait and switch. I see this a lot where you'll get a flyer in the mail and it'll say you can get your home insured for $600.
Right.
Well, that's in a perfect world. If you've got perfect credit, new house, new roof, all that stuff.
Yeah, that $600 offer doesn't just drop in the mail.
Right. And so, you're going to go in there and you may try to take it. Well, you won't get that same price. Another thing, too, is just right here, just unnecessary coverages you may not even need. So, you may be getting insurance and paying for something you don't even need.
Right.
So, and the biggest thing, too, is with an online is you're going to have to call a 1-800 number. You're going to be on hold, for 30 to whatever, hour.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah. What it feels like anyway.
Right.
Sometimes.
Another thing is, too, you have no one that's invested in your personal stuff. So it's a guy who works at a kiosk at a big, huge call center. So, and one thing is, like on your insurance, a lot of people don't understand insurance, and that's another con, that you have as far as doing that way.
There is a lot of value in being able to look someone in the eye if you're talking about insurance, because that's a lot of money out of your pocket any way you look at it.
Right. So another thing is, too, if you go online and fill out one of those online, things for insurance, you could get a lot of spam calls because you're shotgunning your stuff out there. So you really want to watch out for that. So some of the pros we have and the benefits of being, independent agent as ourselves. One of the things is we can shop your insurance. We've got 9 different companies that we can broker it through. Basically get you the best rates. That's one thing we have here. The different companies. You get a personal relationship. You can call me or one of the other agents there in the office, and we're always available.
Well, this top one is very important right there.
That's right.
You work for me, not for the insurance company, in other words.
Okay. Correct. Yep. Extensive knowledge of the coverages. That's one thing that we go to school on. We have 16 hours continued education every 2 years to maintain our license. So that really helps us benefit the customer. And also, if you have if you have a claim, you have an issue with it, we can really get on the horn to the claims adjuster or their supervisor and say, hey, this has not been taken care of. My client needs to be taken care of.
Yes.
Versus if you're online, you're calling somebody online.
Right. You're jumping into the fray, so I don't have to sit like this for an hour.
Correct.
And I don't have the knowledge. I may not know what questions to ask or what information to give.
Right.
How do you protect yourself, to make sure that, okay, this is right, this is good for me?
Right. And that's why we do, it's basically assessing what you have. If you look and you've got, a boat here and you've got something else and you've got 2 houses, making sure you're covered on your liability aspect, carrying those higher limits on your auto insurance, especially if you have a young driver. If they get in a car wreck, you want to make sure you have that higher coverages because insurance is only going to pay out for basically the coverage that you have.
So, it's very important, a personal relationship you know, and you can scan the QR code, or, you know, you can contact John, 882-1800.
That's right.
All right, at the Resource Center.
That's right, and then don't forget, we do financial planning and estate planning there at the Resource Center Insurance.
John, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. All right, coming up, learn about the continued outreach efforts that Convoy of Hope provides for disaster relief and beyond. We'll be right back.